about the same-sex referendum is coming up. It's Friday week, May 22nd. You've talked about your personal journey on the issue. And I'm assuming from that at some stage in the past, I don't know how recent, that you would have voted no on this issue. Now you're proposing the yes and indeed leading it. Can I ask you what changed? Was it gradual, or was there? Did you have an epiphany? Was there a kind of a Damascus Road moment?
It goes back a very long way. We've had the decriminalisation of homosexuality way back in the 80s. You've moved on to the non-discrimination of people in the workplace, irrespective of their sexual orientation. My own party was the first party to introduce a civil partnership bill. And that followed through to obviously the Child and Family Relationships Bill, to a point where we had civil union, a civil partnership, and now the step towards asking the people for their approval for civil marriage to be extended to people to whom it is prohibited at the moment. And I think, to be honest with you, it's the stories of the ordinary people that have brought me on this journey to a point where I'm absolutely happy in my own mind and my conscience that the question that is being asked here is a first in world terms, because while other countries have introduced equality in marriage and civil marriage for gay couples, this is a first where the people are being asked to vote in a referendum to add to the Constitution where the institution of marriage can be strengthened.
Can I ask you,
civil marriage was introduced.
I would expect a leader of Fine Gael, a product of Declan Costello and Gareth Fitzgerald's Just Society. I would expect a leader of your party to be making these kinds of social changes. But I'm asking you personally, because at some stage, as you said, you've gone on a journey, which I'm assuming meant that at the beginning of the journey you would have voted no, and now you're very much in favour of it. What was the thing, what was the catalyst for the change in you?
I think it's the evolution of finding people all over the country, in every walk of life, every sector, where they're now involved with family members or extended family members who are gay or lesbian, who are denied the right of civil marriage. And it's nothing to do with religious ceremonies, nothing to do with the issue of children or issues that have been brought in the last number of weeks. This is a very direct question. Do you, Mark, want to give authority and approval that if a member of your extended family suddenly says, I'm gay, I want to get married, will you give them that right, Irish person to Irish person? I went down to the Belong To group there last week, and a young woman down there called Ali made a very impassioned plea, and she said, young women of my age are entitled to get married. I'm not. Who is preventing me? I cannot do it under Irish civil law. So what we want here is to say, we want to extend that right to two men or two women if they love each other and want to commit to a contract for life in the same way as I did when I got married in the Catholic Church, and I had the religious ceremony at the end of which you sign the register, which is the civil end of the
Well, we know the arguments for equality, and I have to say I'm not allowed to express an opinion, as you know, because of the BAI. But it's very hard to argue against equality on any level. Just on the broader political point about the referendum, there was a feeling that this was going to be a landslide. I think it's going to be much, much closer than that. And do you, given that you spent a lot of your life beyond the M50 and the Red Cow Inn, and you would be much more in touch with rural Ireland than a lot of the people in the so-called Dublin media elite, do you have a feeling that there's a big silent no out there?
Well, sure, no referendum can be passed unless people vote for it. Yeah, and they're not going to vote unless they feel motivated and interested to do so.
But do you think there's a lot of people out there who feel that they're not homophobic, they're not bigoted, but that their ways and their traditions and what they know are being dismantled, and that maybe this might be one step too far for them?
Well, of course you're going to have confusion in some people's minds, and that's why it's very important to continue to explain the importance of this and what it actually means. 40,000 people have registered newly to vote for this, and I commend those. But let me put this to you. A woman approached me the other day whom I know very well, and she said, look, we've got 4 children. I'm a married woman. We're a very happy family. She said, one of my children a couple of years ago said to me, Mammy, I'm gay. She said, I cried for 6 months until I began to reflect on this. And she said, I conceived this child with my husband. I brought the child into the world not to be a gay person, but to be a child of our family that I love and my husband love and our family love. And she said, and that's what I still do, and that's what I will always do. So she said, I fully understand his mentality. And he says to me, if I want to get married and I want to live with another man and contract a civil marriage contract, I'm being denied that. And I'm in Ireland, a member of this family, and we're a happy family. So she said, I understand exactly where all these people now find themselves, in a limbo. So we have to, what we're asking is for the authority of the people to say, yes, of course.
Do you think you're going to get that authority? Do you think it's going to pass?
Yes, I do.
Do you think it'll be a lot closer than
Yes, I think it will be closer than original polls indicated.
OK, what's the feedback on the ground in your own constituency, by the way?
Well, this woman is from my own constituency. And people who support the equality for marriage, equality in marriage, have been out canvassing, delivering leaflets with our own party members.
Call it percentage-wise in your own constituency, just as a long-time politician gut instinct.
No, I can't call it, because obviously I try to say to people, you have to get out and vote on the 22nd. There are 2 referenda. I want them to vote yes in both of them.
It's amazing how the other one doesn't seem to have caught fire.